Welcome to Puvanur RVIR Laya Academy of Music and Mathematics. Welcome to Puvanur RVIR Laya Academy of Music and Mathematics. Last class we completed Ganda Jathi Tripata Thalam 9 beats, about 6 episodes, the various korvais and the moras. We also saw in Misra Jathi Tripata Thalam again different types of korvais and moras. Today I am going to deal with Misra Jathi Jampa Thalam. Misra Jathi Jampa Thalam is a combination of one lagu, one anudrutam and one dhritam. It's a 10 beat cycle. The thala goes like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Combination of lagu, anudrutam and a dhritam. Today I am going to teach you a few korvais in Misra Jathi Jampa Thalam. Before I actually get into the class, I will start the class with Thirukkural. உள்ளியது எல்லாம் உடன்கெய்தும் உள்ளத்தால் உள்ளான் வெகுளியனின். What is the meaning of it? ஒருவன் கோபத்தை தன் மனத்தில் கொள்ளாதிருந்தால் நினைத்த நன்மைகளெல்லாம் அவன் விரைந்து பெறுவான். If a person is not angry, if that characteristics, if he is consciously avoiding it, he will get all goodness in his life. That's what Thiruvallur states. With this good thought, we will enter into the class. Today, I'm going to teach you few korvais in Misra Jathi Jampa Thalam, 10 beat cycle. So as I told you, for Misra Jathi Tripata Thalam, whatever you learned, you can actually use that for Misra Jampa Thalam. Ganda Jathi Tripata Thalam, whatever I taught you for 9 beats, you can actually try it out in Rupaka Thalam. Today, Misra Jathi Jampa Thalam is 10 beat cycle. You can actually use those korvais in Ganda Jampa Thalam, which is again 5 beats, a subset of it. So you're going to carry more vocabulary for those thalas. In addition, you're also learning this new thalas and how to play korvais. Today, the first section, as you are playing, ding kitta taka din din na tagadadam 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 takitta taka din din na tagadadam tagadadam tagadadam. That's the split. I taught you a few varieties of how to reduce it. Use any of the patterns and reduce. After playing the Katatakadim family, Talangudim family, Tagadanadim family phrases, and before you play the Tirmanam typically goes like this: Tagadadam, Tagadadam, Tagadadin, Tat Tam, Tagadadam, Tagadadam, Tagadadin, Tat Tam, Tagadadam, Tagadadam, Tagadadin, Tat Tam. That's the Tirmanam. Before you play this Tirmanam, the korvai what I'm going to teach you is something very unique, which is a combination of Trikala phrase. Takadina, takadina, takadina. So takadina is 2 beats. Half of it is, the second column is takadina. The third column is half beat. So it's a combination of 2 beats, 1 beat and a half beat. So half double is 1, double of 1 is 2. So 2, 1 and a half, 3 and a half beat phrase I'm choosing to demonstrate a korvai in Misra Jathi Jampa Thalam. Takadina, takadina, takadana, takadina, takadina, takadana, takadina, takadina, takadana, takitatum, tatikitatum daga, takitatum, tatikitatum daga, takitatum, tatikitatum daga. So the first 3 times when you're repeating a Trikala phrase in 3 speeds. The first speed, second speed and third speed, and that's the combination of the first phrase, and that phrase you're repeating it 3 times. The second part of the korvai is takita dhum tadikita thum. Takita dhum. Takita is 3, dhum is 2, 3 plus 2 is 5, tadikita dhum is 5, 5 plus 5, 10. So takita dhum tadikita thum daga, takita dhum tadikita thum daga, takita dhum tadikita thum. That's the second part of it. So in its entirety, the korvai goes like this. Takadinna, takadinna, takadana, takadinna, takadinna, takadana, takadinna, takadinna, takadana, takitatum, tadikitatum, dun dun dum, takitatum, tadikitatum, dun dun dum, takitatum, tadikitatum ta. Here the variety is what all you can do. The variety is you can reverse it. Takadinna, 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 takitatum, tadikitatum daga, takitatum, tadikitatum daga, takitatum, tadikitatum da. That's one variety. This takitatum, tadikitatum again can be expressed in multiple forms. Takitatum taditakadam daga, takitatum taditakadam daga, takitatum kedakadam daga. So these are all the varieties which you can showcase and exhibit in this korvai. So the next piece, what we are going to do is build a creativity around it. So you have taken this phrase and then you are building different patterns, ideas around it. Now let's see few additional ideas. Takadinna, 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 tadikitatum, 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 ta. What we have done here, we have just included a korvai of 2-syllabled phrase in between each of these trikala phrases. Takadinna, takadinna, takadana tham. Takadinna, takadinna, takadana tham. Takadinna, takadinna, takadana tham. This tham is of 2 beats. We have interluded these pieces. As we have interluded these pieces, we are reducing the later half, suiting Misra, Jathi, Jampa, Thalam. The later half, this combination totaled up to 12 beats. So Misra Jampa is 10 beats. The total of 2 cycles is 20 beats. Remaining 8 beats, you have to form a structure. The structure what I chose is tadikitatum, 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 tha. This is an 8-beat structure. This not necessarily you have to play the structure. Any similar structure which fits the 8-beat you can actually play. Tadikitatum daga, kadaka tadikitatum daga, tadikitatum tadikitatum da. You can play the structure. Tatakita takadinna taga, tatakita takadinna taga, dum tatakadinna ta. This structure you can play. Tadikita tandaga, digi, tadikita tandaga, digi, tadikita tantha. This structure you can play. So there are multiple ways you can backfill the korvai with different formations. Ta, di, ki, tag, dong, tadikitatum, 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 ta. You can play the structure. So there are many ways by which you can show your imagination, by which you can play differently the same korvai. So the first half we interluded 2 korvais. The second half for the 8 beats we are trying exploring different varieties of doing it, which is one form. Second form. forms you can try. These are all the 8 beats phrases. Now you are going to sandwich along with the korvai, then it will give a different dimension. This is one of the forms. So whatever the forms I taught you, you experiment and play and tell it, and then you can try in Ganda Chapu, you can play in Misra Chapu, you can do in second speed, you can do in first speed. So a number of combinations. I want you to try all this. The third variety. Now, first vanilla was a trikala phrase without a gap. The second was with a 2-syllable gap. Now I'm going to increase the syllable, 2-syllable to 4-syllable gap, and let's see what happens. Takadinna, takadinna, tadanada. Takadinna, takadinna, tadanada. Takadinna, takadinna, tadanada. Tadikita tandaga. Tadikita tanda. Tadikita tanda. The third variety. So here the first half is very similar. Only thing is you give a 4-syllable gap, and the later half I tune it or structure it in such a way it fits the tala. Tadikita tandaha, tadikita tandaha, tadikita tanda. So this is how I'm playing that, and I should demonstrate to you. So that's how you have to play. This is korvai number 1. The second korvai, what I'm going to teach you is tagadanatam, tagadanatam, tagadana. Because you are using that phrase, we will use that phrase, and then I will try to demonstrate you how we can do that korvai. Tagadanatam, tagadanatam, tagadanatam. Tagadanatam, tagadanatam, tagadanatam. Tagadanatam, tagadanatam, tagadanatam. Ta, di, ki, ta. Tadingan natum, tadikita tanda, tadikita tanda, tadikita tanda. So the first half is very simple. Tagadanadam, tagadanadam, tagadanataga, tagadanadam, tagadanadam, tagadanataga, tagadanadam, tagadanadam, tagadanataga. How it comes? Tagadanadam, tagadanadam, tagadanataga. It's total of 3 beats. We are repeating 3 times. So in principle, the mathematics is 3 into 3, 9 beats. There's no doubt about it. The later half is 20, since you have to make it for 20 beats, you have 11 beats left out. For the 11 beats formation, I am choosing this phrase. Tag, di, ki, ta, tum, ta, ding, gan, na, tum, ta, dikita, tanda, ta, dikita, tanda, ta, dikita, tanda. The next korvai is reducing the korvai from 4 to 2. In the first korvai we did in a different way, without korvai, with korvai and with 2 and 4. Here we are doing the reverse way. I'm giving you an idea that both of it is possible. Tagadanatam, 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 ta, ti, ki, ta, tum, ta, ding, gan, na, tum, ta, dikita, tanda, ta, dikita, tanda, ta, dikita, tanda. What we have done is you have reduced 6 matras and you have increased in the back phrase. The later half of the phrase has been structured in such a way to fit the Misra Jampa Thala. So the phrase later half goes ta, di, ki, ta, tung, ta, ding, na, tum, ta, dikita, tum, tam, tong, ta, dikita, tum, tam, tong, ta, dikita, tum, ta. So when you look only the last part of it, tadikitatum, tadikitatum, tadikitatum is equally placed, and in between the korvais become tham thang, tham thang. Tham thang is 5-syllabled phrase. It's a combination of tham, thang, taham, tahang, taham, tahang. So that's how it's structured. So when you understand it very clearly, you will never make a mistake. So that's how this one, the second variety goes. let's look at the third variety. It's without a korvai, and let's see how it gets structured. So the third korvai goes like this. Di ki tak tum ta ding na tum ta dikita tandaga di ta dikita tandaga di ta dikita tantha. So brilliantly it gets formed. The later form, as I told you, for the 8 beat tadikita tanda, I am fitting that pattern here. So tagadanadam 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 is a continuous flourish, and the later half is you're structuring it beautifully after the 6 beat for the 14 beats. Ta di ki ta dung ta dingen natum ta dikita tada di ta dikita tada di ta dikita tantha. It's like an elephant walking. Ta dikita tantha. Di keeps the step. Ta dikita tantha. Ta di ta dikita tantha. You should feel the majesty in its formation of this laya formation. Like that, this korvai gets concluded. Now, I'm going to teach you one more korvai in this episode, which is tatakadhinatang. Using that phrases, I am using the reduction tatakadhinatang, takadhinatang, takitatang, takathang, tathang in this gobuchayati. Gobuchayati is like a cow's tail. It starts from a bigger phrase and keeps reducing. Shrotavahayati is the opposite. It starts from, it's an ascending form. Shrotavahayati and gobuchayati. Gobuchayati is from descending to descending order. Shrotavahayati is from in the ascending order. So what we are going to see is a gobuchayati korvai. Okay. Takadinatang, 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 takitatang, takitatang, takatang, takatang, tatang, tatang, tadikitatum, tadikitatum, tadikitatanta. Very simple structure. It's very simple. Tatakadhinatang, 5 and 3. Tatakadhina is 5 and thang is 3. Takadhinatang, 4 and 3. Takitatang, 3 and 3. Takathang, 2 and 3. Tathang, 1 and 3. So this is how this phrase construction goes. So now, when I have assembled these pieces, puzzle pieces, tatakadhinatang is one puzzle piece. Now I am playing a stacking game. I've got so many puzzle pieces, I'm now combining it. I'm combining it in such a way that I get a beautiful structure out of it. I get a beautiful design out of it. And you should ensure that design is more appreciable and you can look at it forever. You should construct in such a way. So those puzzle pieces is thrown open to all of you. As I taught you so many puzzle pieces, you might have to stack it from there and then in such a way to get a beauty out of those pieces. Takadinatang, 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 takitatang, takitatang, takatang, takatang, tatang, tatang, tadikitatum, tadikitatum, tadikitatanta. That's the first one. Now let's look at the second korvai with an increase in korvai and decrease in korvai. We will see both the forms. When you increase the korvai, we will see what happens. Okay. Tatakadinataga, tatakadinataga, takadinataga, takadinataga. Takitataga, takitataga, takataga, takataga, tadikitatum, tadikitatum, tadikitatunta. Now here the beauty, when you are increasing this korvai, you get into a landing place, where you can actually truncate the last part of the tataga you can cut, because there is a good phrase where you can fill it within this 20 beat itself. So that gives a flexibility. What I mean to say, when you keep on playing this the first half to till the end, you might have to do a backfill of too big a phrase. But if you have a capacity to fill it within that cycle, you can stop at a particular place and then backfill it very short in a shorter cycle. So instead of making it a 30 beat korvai, you can complete it in 20 beat korvais. So that's an advantage. So when you're constructing it, when your first half is in such a way that you get a perfect landing so that you can backfill with a decent structure, you can stop with it. That's one way of construction. Or you can go through the full process and you have to make a larger phrase and then fit it so that you get a bigger korvai. So there are two ways of doing it, and you can choose the path. These are all ideas. That's it. Tatak dinataga, tatak dinataga, takadinataga, takadinataga, takitataga, takitataga, takataga, takataga, tadi takadum, tadi takadum, tadi takadum. If you want to play this tataga, what I meant to say, when you want to play this, then you have to suitably adjust the phrase with the longer phrase taga, digi, kigi, taga, do. You have to fill something to ensure that you get into the structure of Misra Jampa. So let's look at another korvai, which is with a two korvai. We will see how it gets formed. Takadinatam, 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 takitatam, takitatam, takatam, takatam, tatam, tatam, tadi ketatada, tadi ketatada, tadi ketatada. So we are here using the tham. Tham is the korvai we are using. We are going till the end, tatam, tatam, and we are doing a beautiful backfill. Tadi kitatam, takita, tadi kitatam, takita, tadi kitatam. Beautifully gets formed there. So let me repeat this form again. Takadinatam, 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 takitatam, takitatam, takatam, takatam, tatam, tadam, tadi kitatada, tadi kitatada, tadi kitatada. So these are the three korvais. Now I only taught you the varieties here, okay? And here, what are all the scope here I will also give you, so you can try this out. Now I am repeating this tatagadinatam twice. You can repeat it thrice. You can do it only once and see how the formation is. For example, tatakadinatam, takadinatam, takitatam, takatam, tatam, dam. Then you can see how you can construct it. Takadinatam, 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 takadinatam. You can use three times repeating the phrase and see what you can do the backfill. These are all the homework for you, and I want you to try different possibilities out of and increase the korvai 2, 3, and 4 and see what the back formation is. The later of formation you need to form. So this gives you creativity. This gives you how to use and handle these puzzle pieces. Whatever you have learned from there, how you can make a coinage, a korvai out of it. These are all the ideas. So with this, I'm concluding this class. I will conclude it with the Thirukural. I want you to do all this homework and try out various combinations to get the grip of the Thala and the lay aspect behind it. I'll see you in the next class with more korvai in Misra Jathi, Jampa Thalam. Irandar anayar chinattai turandar thunai. What is the meaning of it? கோபத்திற்கு இலக்கானவர்கள் உயிர் வாழ்ந்தும் இறந்தவரே ஆவர். கோபத்தை வென்றவர்கள் முற்றும் துறந்த முனிவர்களுக்கு ஒப்பானவர். If a person has a characteristic of anger, then though he is living, he is compared to a dead person. A person who has renounced anger, he can be compared to the saints who have renounced all the attachments with the worldly pleasures. So that's what Thiruvallur states in this Tirukkural. With this good thought, I'm concluding this class. I will see you in the next class with more korvais in Misra Jathi Jampa Thalam 10-beat cycle. Purvanur RVAR signing off. Misra Jathi Jampa Thalam Korvai 1 Mathematical Understanding, total count of 80 aksharas. Interpretation of korvai goes like this. Takadinna, takadinna, takadanada, kadinna, takadinna, takadanada, kadinna, takadinna, takadanada, kittatum, tadikitatum daga, takitatum, tadikitatum daga, takitatum, tadikitatum daga. Episode 1 Misra Jathi Jampa Thalam Korvai 2 Mathematical Understanding, total count of 80 aksharas. Interpretation of korvai goes like this. Takadanadam, takadanadam, takadanadam. Takadanadam, takadanadam, takadanadam. Takadanadam, takadanadam, takadanadam. Ta di ki ta dung. Ta di ki ta tum. Ta di ki ta tum tam. Ta di ki ta tum tam. Ta di ki ta tum tam. Episode 1 Misra Jathi Jampa Thalam Korvai 3 Mathematical Understanding, total count of 80 aksharas. Interpretation of korvai goes like this. Tatakadinatong, tatakadinatong, takadinatong, takadinatong, takitatong, takitatong, takatong, takatong, tatong, tatong, tadikitatum, tadikitatum, tadikitatum ta.